Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. It is Thursday, August 9th, the year 2018. Let's talk trading. What does it take to win? Good question, right? We're talking about trading. We're talking about something where you basically have no control over the outcome of whether or not you win or lose. You have zero control over the outcome of winning or losing. You can control how much you lose. You have no control over how much you win. It's all up to the market if it gives you the opportunity to take profit. So how do you win at this game? How do you win at trading? It has to do with your approach. If you take things one trade at a time and you focus on that trade and you don't think about the previous trades, you don't think about the outcome of the trade you're in. You have your trading plan, your method, your indicators. You follow that method the best that you can. And over time, if you execute those steps faithfully, dutifully, properly, if the market smiles upon you, you will win. But there's so many things against you. Every other trader in the world that's trading in the market that you trade, for one, lady luck. When you think about it, the professional money managers, most of them don't beat the market. If you want to go that route, it's just much better to put your money in an index fund and just let the market carry you along. It's almost a no-brainer. I bet many of you think, geez, I wish I would have known that or done that years ago. Maybe you took part of the money and you put it at risk in your own hands and you traded it, and then part of that money you stuck it in an index fund and see who came out ahead. I mean, we all like to think we can beat the market. That's why we trade. But, are we dabbling at it or are we trying to master it? I was just watching somebody else's video on a completely different topic, and they said that a master is somebody that pursues their craft, till the day they die, because it's something that's in them. They can't not do it. And each day they try to get just a little bit better at what they do because they're master. And they never stop learning. They constantly learn to improve, to become even better. So maybe you can apply some of that to your trading. You can take a simple method, horizontal line. Doesn't get too much simpler than that. And you can master that. And the market will decide, for the most part, whether you win or lose. So let's just take a look here. Now, as I said previously, you can control your risk and you control that risk using a stop loss and position size. So that is the one thing, or one of the few things that's in your control. So we see on the monthly, we put in a low, but we're 27 pips above that low. You see here on the weekly, we dropped down to 110.70 out of that wick zone. but then we pop back up, and now we're 5 above the wick zone, that lower weekly wick zone. And for those of you just tuning in, once again, we filled all the gaps this week. That's a real simple trade. If depending on where you live, that first day of the week, Sunday/Monday, for me it's a Sunday. Sunday afternoon, turn on the computer, you jump in a few trades and you just wait. It fills and you walk away with pips. Now, we had a couple weeks ago we didn't get a fill, or maybe it was last week, but that happens. And you can see the daily. We put in a low, we had about 12 pips out of that lower wick zone there on the daily. Now we're inside the previous daily session's candle body. And looky here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make that 8, 100 or better. Now, obviously something happened either to New Zealand, because you can see these New Zealand pairs all have ranges above, well, not all New Zealand pairs, but we've got a bunch, ranges above 100. So hopefully you were on the winning side of that trade. And let's take a look at the buy zone. We had the pivot point right there above the buy zone, but not very high above it. So once again, you might have wanted to try and fade it if you were in that Asian session, but you see here it pulled back. You probably got stopped out, but then if you turn right around and went short, you could have more than made it up. Then you see here it just about touched it, and even if it did, if you stayed in right there, you had a chance. Close that pivot, take that pivot trade. Once again, buy zone, profit to be made here. You see here, if you hung in, didn't quite make a new high, exit in the wick zone, that would have been a smart place to exit. Or if you hung in there, it made a new high, but right there it came back below it, that would have been a place to exit. So you see, just looking at the candles, these wicks, the highs and the lows, it tells you when to take profit. Because, of course, yeah, it could come down and go back higher. I mean, if you would have exited somewhere here and then there, all of a sudden it looks like it's going higher. Then if you jump in, that's why you have a method. And you only buy here, sell here, unless you're going to just do the jump from the open crossover. And the rat zone, you see right here, there wasn't really a rat zone because this would have been an overlap, but here we got a nice red rat zone. We've got a 47 pip range, still anemic range, but you see here you've got the green red turnaround at the top, and you see you could have entered somewhere in this area for a profit. And now we're leaving the rat zone, heading south, the red rat zone. Once again, fading the pivot proved to be profitable, but you can see here price is making lower highs and lower lows. So which way is price going? I think you know the answer to that, but just in case, it's going down. And simple but effective. 3 ball at the bottom. Okay, this is a Harry hindsighter, right? 3 ball at the bottom, green at the line, red, 2 ball at the top, red at the line. I mean, but we've got a, what do we have here? We got a 1 ball at the bottom. So green right here at the 111 could prove to be profitable. You're going to take that trade. Once again, just using the horizontal lines from the previous daily session, high, open, mid, close, and low, and trade with the H1 candle color at the line. I know, every day. You hear me say it over and over like a broken record, but good trading is supposed to be boring, not exciting, boring. And like a broken record, price doesn't like staying in the wick zone. And you can see the holo setup here. We had a lowest open, nice profit, and a highest open, nice profit. So once again, simple trades. Just execute it over and over. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but statistics tell you win more than you lose. Inventory reduction bar, there was a short there. I don't see any longs on the screen. Oh wait, we've got a long situation happening right here. Right there. There's that 111. Randy real time. And somebody, who was it? One of the viewers, he likes the Randy real time. And daily, weekly, monthly, open, high, low. Actually, I'm thinking about something here. Okay. I'm thinking about changing it up a bit. We're just going to do the previous. Might make it a little bit clearer. Using just the previous. So you can see it cleans it up, and you could just take these trades. These lines won't move. It's the previous day, week, and month. These lines don't move, but you can see here trading once again with candle color at the line can be profitable. Okay, Randy, real time. You see, if you would have taken that 111 trade, you would be up a pip. So right here, you can see the bid pushed up here. Once again, bid crossing above the lowest ask at the time in the series, and then this is where the buying commences. And here we go, Randy real-time trade right there at that line from when I opened this chart. And see, if you would have taken that trade right now, you'd be down, and now you'd be back to even. But that's just trading. You can see here in the lower time frames using the old candle collar multimeter, like the original. Actually, it's not the original, but close to it. See, this one tells you what time frame you're on. But anyway, fellow traders, I just want you to think about what it takes to win, because it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks.